friends, I'm Rick, and this is your seat at the table, and little Missy sitting over here in the corner. And hey, welcome to the channel. Right, we are looking at Spelljammer for second edition AD&D, or Advanced Dungeons and Dragons: Adventures in Space. This would have been the original box set that TSR put out in the late, I want to say early '90s, very early '90s. I mean, not 1989 was when this book came out. So it's been in really good shape. The book is weathered, or the box is weathered spectacularly, and that's in part because I really have never had an opportunity to play it. I think I played one or two sessions with Spelljammer. The main thing is that when you have my group at the time, we had our favorite space-based game systems, and we had our favorite Dungeons and Dragons type game systems. And generally speaking, the idea of having a crossover between the two was not appealing to most of them. So anyway, it comes with the Adventures in Space AD&D, Concordance of Arcane Space. So this is a set of adventures that you can have for your group, and dealing with the intricacies of travel in the, I don't know what the hell you want to call it. Anyway, lore book of the void, right? So this would be your core book of sorts, and we're going to have some, I'd almost need to do a video, individual videos, just on these books. And the same goes with Messer Band, the damn Dark Elf box that I did a little review of here a while back. Probably need to go back and then just do an individual entries on the specific books, because just to give you an idea of what we're looking at. And so we have Spelljammer definitions, vessels, things like this, spacefarers, life in space, humans, dwarfs, lizards, halflings, goblin races, etc., etc., etc. And then we got some new monsters, or variations of old monsters that's for the setting, right? Known spheres, Kryn space, gray space, realm space. Alright. Says here the sun. So realm space would be where, and Forgotten Realms are all set in the same setting where Earth would be found. Gray space has Earth, Cooler, Worka, Greel, and then Kryn, so like Dragonlance would be set in Kryn space, so it would be a dark sun, I believe. Anyway, right. And so in theory, you could have any one of the TSR game systems, and this would be the one system that would allow you to transverse between them, physically speaking, without without teleporting in some manner, right? I guess. So getting started, the type of campaign, going into space, ancient artifacts, aliens for other planets, space adventures. Life on other planets, monsters' appearance, monsters by type, arriving at planets, landfall, when space meets the ground. One of the key rules to keep in mind when introducing a Spelljammer setting to established fantasy campaigns is that they are very much separate worlds, and one should not outweigh or overwhelm each other. Civilizations in space consider themselves superior to the swarming groundlings and most blah blah, right? So definition of terms, there's a flitter, the mosquito, the caravel, the damselfly, the wasp, the tyrant, the tradesman, gnomish sidewheeler, the nautiloid, mind flare ship, squid ship, the gory mind spider, the galleon, that's the dragon ship, right? There's just a lot of different, the dwarven citadel, right? That's one of the most lamest space-going vessels in the damn game, as far as I'm concerned. Dwarves deserve far better than that. Jeez, come on. All right, but they were trying something different, something new. So, right, most of your core rules. That's the key thing to take away. This is a game setting, or the environment setting. This is the sandbox that your campaigns and your sessions would take place in. And so the rules that run the sandbox are set in the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons rules. So you would have, at this point, at this time, we would have the second edition rule sets, and those would be the mechanics for things like spells and spell use and combat and so on and so forth. And this augments that to give you options for operating in the depths of space in a fantasy setting. So we have a void map, basically a hex map, and then they give us a whole bunch of cards. So here's the card ship for the hammer hand, built by humans and lizardmen, used primarily by humans, lizardmen, and some elves. Tonnage 60 tons, hull point 60, crew 24, up to 60 people. Maneuverability class is D. Landing on land? No. Landing on water? Yes. Armor rating is 6. Saves as power type, ship's rating, so saves as thick wood. Power type is major or minor helm. Ship's rating as for Spelljammer. Standard armament, 2 heavy catapults, 1 heavy ballista, 1 blunt ram. Cargo 30 tons, keel leak is 250 feet, and beam width is 25 feet. Right? Then you got the schematics for the interior, and that's pretty much what the same thing goes for all the other ship options that are here for us to utilize and play in the game. And you know, I am noting that there is some kind of arachnid / bug thing motif going on here. I don't know why that was, and mixed with you know, I don't know, normal stuff. You know, think of that as a spaceship. That's pretty freaky. You know, like that coming out, a couple of them things coming out of an asteroid towards you. Might change your day on a lot of stuff. So we have gray space. So this is some kind of navigational ad for planetary display map, right? So you would mark various planets and what and so on and stuff on there. The Rock of Brawl. I don't have no idea. I think it's an asteroid. Yeah, I think that's what it. No, it's yeah. There you go. It is a massive city, right? In space. Massive dwarves in space. All right. So there is another one. Is this thing? The Windjammer, the Spelljammer. Spelljammer's enigma of space, obviously constructed iron, but its great size, 3/4 of a mile across, should prevent it from attaining the speeds and the maneuverability that are always attributed to it. There apparently is only one, but blah blah. So, right. Yeah, you can see, like I said, I never took any of the cards out. I never changed any of the, you know, cut up any of the stuff. So we never got an actual combat scenarios. A couple sessions of gameplay, and it was just so weird that nobody could. I think everybody just agreed it was too damn weird, and for us at the time, and that was that. And then the thing went on a shelf, and I pull it down every blue moon to wave it around at people to say, you know, I remember when I had you know, I had this game that nobody ever wanted to play it. You know, so there is Spelljammer. And it's my understanding there is an updated, more recent version of Spelljammer floating around out there. I have not seen it myself. I have not looked at it, or surely haven't played it. Y'all have, and you know about it. Hey, by all means, let's get some comments on it, because other players might want to know about it. If not, this was one of them experimental stages for TSR back in the day when they were really expanding. The company was trying to expand and grow, and beginning to get themselves into trouble by trying to be bigger than their britches allowed for, and that's what eventually led to their downfall. This was one of those things that came out, and there's a couple modules that go with this that they also put out, and at least one other source book, I think. I only bought the box set, and I didn't buy anything else because it was my friends. Like I said, my friends and I, we didn't have any real desire to play it after. So I got it because it was so unique when it came out, and I thought, you know, I gotta have it kind of stuff. And so it includes two 96-page books describing the mysteries of travel through wild space, how to design a ship for your adventure, new spells, space monsters, intelligent star-spanning races, and the lore of wild space. 4 maps showing planetary orbits. This, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'll tell you one thing. You know, mine, not mind flayers, but beholders are some spooky ass shit on a good day on most campaign settings. But you put them things in space. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Anyway, till next time. And then go and see.